It is Shintaro Fujinami on the mound for the green and gold, third start, and the theme has been command.
So Brandon Nimmo stands in from the left side.
And that's a swing and a miss, and that's how the ball game starts.
You can just tell that swing, and that's a very defensive swing.
So here's Lindor. Francisco had a big night last night. 2-1. Lindor hits a hard shot down the right field line. Base hit. Aguilar reached out and it's by him into the corner. Lindor hits first, heads for second as Laureano fields and fires back in. A great throw, by the way, to third. So Lindor has a 2-out double. He is now 13 for 50. That's his 6th double.
Gets the ball down and in, gets it past the first baseman Aguilar into the right field. And watch Laureano. Comes up, bounces off the wall, and then on the fly.
Pete Alonso 2 for 4 with a couple of walks last night.
Fujinami ready to set around the belt and delivers and is waved at. Alonso badly fooled, and Fujinami a couple of strikeouts in the top of the first as the Mets leave Lindor at second.
There'll be a nice ovation here for the former A, Mark Canha.
I think so.
1-2 pitch on the way, and Canha swings and misses. Down he goes. So far so good once again for Fujinami. His 3rd strikeout, 2 out in the second, and the A's had their first hit. Little soft drive, and that'll bring up a lead miss. Diaz
rips one toward left field. Canha going back. It's going to be over his head. Big hop off the wall, and Ramon is being held at third, and the A's are in business. Second and third, nobody out.
No waiting around for Aledmys Diaz.
Ramon had to hold up briefly when he got to second base, just thinking maybe Canha might have had a play on that ball. Maybe cost the A's a run, but they're hoping no harm done, and he did the right thing in terms of base running to make sure.
He hits this one in the air, shallow right. Marte coming in. Laureano is going to stay at third.
Capel is a good contact hitter. This should be a pretty good spot for him. Runner in the pitch to Capel is a ground ball to first. That'll score the run. Alonso goes to the bag, and that's 3 unassisted. Laureano scores. Diaz to third. The A's have the early lead. It's 1-0 Athletics in the second. Got hit with a breaking ball, and he's going to trot down to first. And the A's will have runners at first and third and 2 out. And that'll bring up Esteury Ruiz.
Ruiz drives one right center field. Nimmo's not going to get it. So Diaz scores. Perez to third, and a big 2-out RBI hit. 2-0 A's. Thought off the bat, Dallas, that ball maybe was hit a little bit better, and it did kind of hang up, but Nimmo just couldn't get there.
Peterson struck out his first time up. Carrasco had himself a nice 1-2-3 first. Things got dicier in the second. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Knee high on the outside corner. Second strikeout for Carrasco, both against Peterson. 2-2 from Carrasco. And Laureano takes strike 3 called. Slider that caught the top of the zone. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Now Pete Alonso. Pete struck out his first time up. And Pete drives one to deep left. Forget that. That is way out of here. Off the facing of the second deck. Number 7 for Alonso to get the Mets on the board. His 6th home run in the last 9 games. And that was another no-doubter for Pete Alonso. 2-1.
Trying to spin back out of the way, couldn't do it. So 2 away with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Tony is 0 for 5 in the series today. A fly ball to right and a ground ball to second.
And Kemp lifts one toward the left field line. Long run for Canha toward the corner, and he runs it down. Canha got a great break on that ball that was slicing away from him, and he ran it down to save at least 2 and maybe 3 runs. Now the first walk of the day by Fujinami goes to Guillorme, who walked 3 times last night.
So now Alvarez, Francisco getting his second at bat.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Fastball up and in.
He's done a really good job of expanding with that fastball at times.
So now Brandon Nimmo struts in.
That one is smoked toward right. Laureano hustling back. Ramon makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch. So that is out number 3. A walk, nothing else. Nice 5 innings so far from Fujinami.
And he hits him instead. 3rd batter that Carrasco has hit today. And Buck Showalter's on his way out to the mound, and that's going to be all for Carrasco. Carrasco out. Drew Smith coming in.
Here is Jesus Aguilar.
2-2. Aguilar check swing, flare to Alonso. He makes the catch and tumbles out of the bag for the double play. Boy, that couldn't have worked out any better for the Mets. check swing, line drive right at Pete. Made the catch and tumbled onto the bag. And here's Connor Capel with nobody on base.
And Capel goes down swinging on heat from Drew Smith. And that's how the inning comes to an end.
A's have not had a starting pitcher win a game this year. They have not had a starting pitcher go at least 7 innings.
2-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive hit well. Left field deep. Capel turns and this ball is gone. A game-tying solo home run for Mark Canha as he returns to Oakland and he knocks this game up at 2.
And the signature Mark Canha bat flip is back in the visiting colors of the New York Mets.
And Daniel takes a walk.
Well, Mark Canha is going to make a pitching change.
Tim LeCastro is the pinch runner over at first base, replacing Daniel Vogelbach. 33-year-old Trevor May is on the mound. As Luis Guillorme comes to the plate, May, the right-hander, sets from the belt. LeCastro goes. The pitch is high and wide. The throw down to second base is not in time. As Tim LeCastro swipes second, and the Mets have the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out.
It was put right there for the catcher Carlos Perez for a good pop time, but Tim LeCastro just too fast.
And that's a swing and a miss on 3-2. So, and that's out number 1 here in the 7th.
And it's up to Brandon Nimmo with 2 outs, and LeCastro still at second.
Nimmo's hit 2 balls hard in this game, 1 for 3, and he rifles that one down the right field line. That's a fair ball going to the corner, and the Mets will take the lead. Well, Castro is in. Nimmo to second. He'll stop there with an RBI double. Brandon Nimmo gives the Mets their first lead of the day. It's 3-2 New York in the 7th.
And threatening for more, here's Starling Marte.
High in the air to right. Ramon back. Ramon near the wall, and he caught it, and he hung out. What a play by Ramon Laureano, a great catch, and then he had to make sure he held onto it as he banged into the right field wall. Another hit batter, and that one got Ruiz, and there he goes. Pitches a ball, throw to second, not in time as he had it stolen easily.
That right there is a prime example of why the numbers look the way they do regarding stolen bases early in the season.
So it's the fastest guy on the field. Hard to throw him out with anything.
And a pitch timer violation has been called against Kevin Smith. So now the count is 2-2. Boy, that's a huge break.
And really strikes him out. Alvarez will make the toss to first. A high throw. Alonso diving to the bag and just got there in time. I don't think Alvarez realized it was strike 3 at first because he didn't realize it had been a clock violation called against Smith for the second strike.
Tyler Wade is running at first for the A's. For Rooker. Runner going, taken outside, throw to second base, and the dive and safe at second is Wade. And even with the long hold at the belt by Ottavino, it was still Wade doing a good job of timing it. Wade does steal third, uncontested really.
So now it's up to Connor Capel.
3-2 coming. Slider struck him out. Adam Ottavino pitches himself into and out of trouble.
And that, folks, is the tying run.
And the sacrifice successful, 2-4, moving the tying run to second. And Kemp dribbles one out in front of the plate. Alvarez pounces on this one and gets the second out as Langoliers moves over to third.
Smith, the right-handed hitter, infield to pull.
He struck him out for a second time, and the ball game is over. David Robertson gets the save, and the Mets win a 1-run game for the first time this season.